There's also the illusion of universal likability. The idea that if we just say the right things, act the right way, or work hard enough, we can get everyone to like us. But that's an impossible standard. No one is universally liked. Welcome to Soul Time, a show that explores the world of unlocking your unique potential. My name is Dr. Katja Markowka, and I'm a teacher at school, a former teacher at universities, and a stress and mental coach. And I'm your host. Let's start this episode with the following question. Why do we want to be liked by everyone? It's not just ego. This need is deeply wired into us. From the moment we are born, we seek connection. We want to belong, to be accepted, to feel like we are part of something bigger than ourselves. Historically, being part of a group wasn't just a preference, it was survival. Rejection meant isolation, and isolation could be dangerous. Even though the world has changed, that instinct to be included, to be liked, still lingers. Then there's the fear of rejection. Nobody likes to feel excluded or judged, whether it's in friendships, relationships, or school or work. The sting of not being chosen or valued can feel deeply personal. It makes us question ourselves. Was it something we said? Something we did? Are we not good enough? That discomfort pushes us to seek approval, to mold ourselves in ways that make us more acceptable to the world around us. And of course, there's social conditioning. From a young age, we are taught the importance of being nice and liked. Be polite, be agreeable, don't make waves, fit in. The problem is that often comes at the cost of authenticity. When we focus too much on being liked, we start suppressing parts of ourselves that might not be universally accepted. There's also the illusion of universal likability. The idea that if we just say the right things, act the right way, or work hard enough, we can get everyone to like us. But that's an impossible standard. No one is universally liked. Even the most beloved figures have critics. The reality is trying to be for everyone often means you end up being for no one, not even yourself. We often find ourselves seeking approval because of our deep and instinctive desire to belong. And this need to be liked is deeply wired into us, stemming from our early history, where being part of a group was not just a preference, but a survival mechanism. Rejection meant isolation, and isolation could be dangerous, like I said before. Even though society has evolved, that instinct is still there and driving many of our actions today. The truth is, no matter how hard we try, we will never be for everyone. Just like we all have different tastes in music, in books, or even ice cream, people have different preferences when it comes to personalities, opinions, and values. And when we stop chasing universal approval, we start attracting the people who truly align with us. And instead of watering ourselves down to be more likable, we can focus on being authentic, because the right people will appreciate us for who we are, not for who we pretend to be. Think about the people you feel closest to. Do you like them because they try to please everyone, or because they are genuine? The strongest relationships are built on honesty, not perfection. And letting go of the need to be liked by everyone also gives us freedom and inner peace, and the freedom to speak our truth, make bold choices and moves, and live in a way that feels right for us. Instead of constantly monitoring how we come across, we can put our energy into things that actually matter. The reality is, the people who don't understand or accept you were never meant to be part of your inner circle anyway. And the ones who do, they will love you not in spite of your differences, but because of them. Trying to be liked is exhausting, and in the end, it's impossible. Yet we still find ourselves worrying. What if someone misunderstands us? What if they judge us? What if they don't approve? These thoughts come from a deep, natural desire to belong. We all want to be seen, valued, and understood. And there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is when we seek that validation from the wrong places. Not everyone's opinion should carry the same weight. The people who truly matter, the ones who love and respect you, will accept you even when they don't always agree with you. But when we start giving equal importance to everyone, or to people who don't have our best interests at heart, we set ourselves up for constant stress. The opinions are fleeting, often based on their own biases and experiences rather than who we really are. And instead of asking, do they like me? We should be asking, do I like them? Or do I respect their perspective enough to let it shape my choices? Not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. And when we become more selective about whose opinions we value, we take back our power. But here's the catch. Not all opinions are created equal. While seeking approval can stem from wanting connection, it can be easy to get lost in a sea of feedback that's not aligned with who we are. Some people's feedback comes from a genuine place, and listening to those who care about our well being is really helpful. However, it's crucial to recognize the difference between valuable input and constructive feedback and just noise. Too often we give equal weight to everyone's opinion, including those who barely know us or have their own biases. But the reality is that not every person's feedback deserves a front row seat in your life. When we focus only on what truly matters, what aligns with our values, and the people who understand us, we can cut through the noise and move forward with clarity. And we stop seeking approval in all the wrong places and focus on the people who truly see us, the ones who matter, the ones who care. And no matter who you are or what you do, you will never be for everyone. Some people will love your personality, your sense of humor, your way of thinking, your perspective, and others won't. And that's just how life works. The sooner we accept this, the freer we become. When we try to mold ourselves into something universally likable, we end up draining ourselves. We second guess our opinions, downplay our uniqueness, and exhaust ourselves trying to be just right for every situation and everyone. But in doing so, we lose what makes us us. And ironically, the more we chase approval, the less authentic connection we actually find. And instead of focusing on being liked by everyone, focus on being true to yourself. And like I said, the right people, the ones who genuinely appreciate you, will naturally gravitate towards you. And the ones who don't, they were never your people to begin with. And at the end of the day, you weren't meant to be for everyone. And that's, like I said, a good thing. The need to be liked by all is an impossible weight to carry. But when you release it, you make room for something amazing, for something far more valuable. Genuine connection, self-respect, love, and the freedom to be exactly who you are. So instead of trying to shape yourself to fit into every space, focus on being fully yourself. The people who belong will definitely see you and understand you and support you and love you, not despite who you are, but because of who you are. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to Soul Time. I'm very grateful because you have given me the greatest treasure of your life, your time. If you enjoyed this episode, click the subscribe button so that you get a notification every time a new episode is out.